Okay, this is a 1,250 point army for fighting against Chaos Knights. It has 4 infantry squads. 2 of them have a melt-a-gun. 2 of them have plasma guns with a bolter on the sergeant. 3 chimeras, 1 Taurox. Taurox has a storm bolter. 2 chimeras have heavy flamers, and 1 chimera has a multi-laser and a heavy bolter with a hunter-killer missile. The HQ choices are a company commander with no upgrades, and a tank commander with a battle cannon, heavy bolter, storm bolter, and I paid extra for the heavy bolter sponson, so we'll just say that the heavy bolter on the front shoots 3 times. Heavy support is a regular Lehman Russ tank with twin las cannons, 3 heavy bolters, and this rocket launcher squad, a heavy weapons team. Fast attack is Rough Riders with a grenade launcher and a melt-a-gun and a power maul and a sergeant. For elites, this is a command squad with a las cannon and 2 sniper rifles. And then the last elite is this platoon commander with no upgrades.
Okay, so here we have Chaos Knights. At the front we have a unit of Moirax's, dual lightning locks each. We have the big knight despoiler or tyrant, 2 thermal cannons and a melt-a-gun. He has the 4-up invuln save as his warlord traits. No, as his relic, and his warlord trait is obsec. We have a war dog with thermal spear, melt-a-gun and chainglaive. 2 of them, one of which is better painted, and another lone Moirax at the back, dual lightning locks. And that's all of them. Their house trait is rerun the wounds to wound against Imperial.
Okay, so the Chaos Knights have gotten first turn. We have the Taurox and Chimeras here, tanks hidden behind the Dr. Pepper building, heavy guns inside the building, and 1 more Chimera over here.
Yep. On the night side, war dog hiding behind these little containers next to the objective, not within range yet. Another Moirax with good line of sight. 2 Moiraxes here on objective, trying to cover angles. Got the big knight right up front, close to deployment. Going to be aggressive with him this game. And the war dog, who has a lot of work to do.
And we've got 6 objective markers. 2 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, and 1 here. The mission is retrieval from the Crusade mission pack. And now for Chaos Knights turn 1.
Okay, so Chaos turn 1. The war dog moves up onto these 2 objectives ready for the Taurox. Moiraxes move around, these 2 shoot at the heavy weapons squads in the Dr. Pepper building, totaling those 2, so 2 squads. That's las cannon and missile launchers done. This guy's gonna check that objective shortly. This war dog moved forward over the terrain, got into range of the tank and shot, but I don't think did any damage. The big knight, same again, moved forward to take range on the tank, and both of them amounted to 1 damage against the
5
tank.
damage on the Chimera.
Oh, 5 on Chimera from the melt-a-gun. So melt-a-gun beats 2 thermal cannons. Next up, charge phase.
Okay, we only had 1 charge in the charge phase. This Chaos Knight charged and crushed the Chimera here, Maggie, and 4 infantrymen were killed in the emergency disembarkment. And the Chaos Knight has consolidated slightly closer to the colonel here, but not engaged in close combat. Okay, so Chaos Knight's morale phase. The morale of this squad has broken, and 2 of them have fled the battlefield, or are fleeing the battlefield. And this site here was searched, and the courier is not there. Okay, so Imperial Guard, turn 1, movement and shooting. These Chimeras have moved forward. This Chimera has started performing the action. It's just in range, so it cannot shoot. This technical has moved up and cannot perform an action because this, what are these called?
War dog.
War Dog is is in the way. The main battle tanks have moved out to get line of sight onto the big Chaos Knight, and everything has fired into the big Chaos Knight, bringing it down to just one wound after multiple stratagems, and as just as much firepower as could be brought by this army after losing everybody that was in this building. So now we're moving on to the charging phase, and we'll see if these guys can take off that last single wound on this big knight. Okay, so this group has charged the knight and been killed by Overwatch and Interruption. The tank has also charged the knight but failed to kill it. We could not take that last wound off of it in combat. And this site has been searched, but there was no one there, leaving the score at 10-10 at the end of the first round.
Okay, Chaos turn 2. We have the Moiraxes here. One of them shooting into the technical, destroying that. Three casualties on the way out. We have this Moirax shooting into the now destroyed Leman Russ. Nothing happened. Over here, we have the War Dog and the Knight putting most of the firepower into the Leman Russ and destroying it. The rest of them chipped a few wounds here and there. And we have this Moirax over here shortly searching this site. Right, so Chaos charge phase. The Knight was shot down by the Leman Russ during Overwatch, lost his last wounds, didn't explode even with Spiteful Demise. The War Dogs charged in here, taking a little bit of damage off the Chimera and consolidated in to tag the other Chimera, who will fight. Oh no, did fight, and no wounds taken. But that's the end of Chaos turn. Site to be explored shortly.
Okay, morale phase, Chaos turn 2. This squad has passed the morale phase and not lost any additional soldiers. However, the courier has been found by this War Dog? Moirax, and is now in just the worst possible position for the Imperial Guard that there could be. And so now the Imperial Guard has to race over there to attempt to recapture that objective. Okay, Imperial Guard movement and shooting. This squad has moved 6 inches and failed to do any damage to this War Dog. The tank has moved up 5 inches and destroyed this War Dog. But and these Chimeras have fallen back from combat, but cannot get any farther to. They're still pretty far away from the objective. Down the War Dog. This infantry squad has charged, but it did not slow down the War Dog, and they have taken 3 casualties. Although it is now locked in combat. And now we'll do morale. They pass on a 3. Okay, so the War Dog has fallen back and moved through here. This Moirax has backed up a little bit to hide from the tank, and they have unloaded basically all of their guns into Chimera Canel and taken her down to 2 hit points. And we will go into the charging phase. So charge phase for Chaos, they have charged into the Chimeras and done no wounds in combat. The Chimeras have also done no wounds in combat. And I forgot to mention it before, but they have scored 20 points from holding the objective. And there's no morale to take, so we're moving on to the Imperial Guard turn. Okay, so in the movement and shooting phases, this squad has moved forward and shot at this War Dog and failed to do any damage. Chimera Jin has backed off, closing off the deployment route for the squad inside Chimera Canel, forcing them to deploy in this cramped space, which caused two casualties, but it allowed them, along with the help of the captain, to do a move order and get on to the objective. These are still here. The tank has moved up to get a peek around the central obstacle and take a few hit points off of this walker here. And the cavalry has come in on this side of the board, but is unable to charge because it's too far away, but will be attempting to do so next round. And they shot one grenade launcher shot that missed. Charging, fighting, and morale phases. This squad did not fail morale, and a bunch of nothing happened here. So, moving on to the next Chaos turn, which is turn 4.
Okay, Chaos movement and shooting. The Moirax and Morax fell back from combat with the Chimeras, leaving space for this War Dog to charge up from over here, and will shortly be charging the lone captain. The squads of guardsmen which were holding this objective with OBSEC were shot by this Moirax, clearing out 7 of them, leaving 1 remaining guardsman with OBSEC, frustratingly. Moving on to charging and fighting.
Okay, so Chaos charging and fighting phase. This War Dog has charged from over here into the captain and killed him. And this Morax has charged a couple inches and killed the final remaining guardsman that was holding this objective, allowing Chaos to claim this courier as prisoner or just dead, because now there is no mathematical way that the Imperial Guard can catch up and score, and the Chaos Knights will win by 20 points. So Chaos Knight victory.